Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's CJ, and today what we're doing is we're going to go down in my crawl space. Let me show you why. Okay, so we're down here in my crawl space next to these two old oil tanks. Apparently at one time or the other they used to heat this house with oil, but we don't use oil at all anymore. So what I would like to do is take out one of these tanks, and then we're going to fabricate it into an evaporator for maple syrup, and should be able to even use it for when we're butchering chickens too. So I'm going to try to figure out if there's any oil left in these, at least one of these tanks at all. Wow, I can't believe that came free. Take this plug out. It shouldn't be too hard to get apart. All right, plugs out. See, it can smell just a little bit, but I think it's pretty well empty. There's a flashlight on there. Nope. Okay, it's still got some in there. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Mallard 5 Farmhouse. My name's CJ, and if you're new to the channel, we've been making maple syrup. We did our very first run last week, but what I noticed is with my pan that I have, I don't know if you can see it back here, leaning on the Ford here, I had to make a wide fire, and I ended up using almost 3 bags of my bundles for firewood to get 5.5 gallons of sap boiled down. So what I'm looking for is a more efficient way to boil down the sap, and that's why I've got this oil tank right here. We're going to cut this oil tank, fabricate it, and turn it into a maple syrup evaporator. Okay, so the first measurement that I know for sure is that my pan is 40 inches long. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this back to about 41, just to give me some extra space. And then the plan will be, I'm going to cut across, and then on both sides and on the front, we're going to leave this in the back because this is going to be where our chimney will come out. And what's going to happen, we're going to start our fire down here in the front. The heat's going to rise. We're going to put a plate in right around here to block the rest of this. Then all that heat's going to come and go right underneath the pan that's going to sit here. Hopefully it makes more sense as we keep going. So I bought this camp stove kit. It's normally for a drum, but it's going to work for this oil tank. It's got a door, it's got 2 sets of legs, it's got a 6-inch damper for the chimney coming out the top. So we're going to put these legs on, that way we can get everything level and I can start doing my angle iron on top. Alright, so we got our door installed, and it turned out pretty good. I've got to say I'm happy with this door because I thought I was getting a door that said barrel stove, but instead it's got this log and fire on here, which I think that looks nice. And what I didn't know is it comes with an air damper down here. So be able to control the airflow coming in, up underneath the fire, and it'll blow it towards the back of the evaporator here. So yeah, that was a pretty nice door. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is cut out this hole for the chimney here. Freely. Perfect. Well, I will say this, if you're going to do what I'm doing, cut out a hole and bolt on a chimney damper, do it before you put this piece on. Right now I gotta put my hand down here in the damper to put these little nuts on the end of these bolts. Not a big deal, but it would have been easier if I would have done it before I welded this. Alright, so we have some new legs, a new firebox door, a new chimney. But the whole purpose of this thing is to burn more efficiently with less wood. So now I'm going to build in to probably 3/4 of this tank, build that in so that we only have a fire here in the front of this evaporator. And then here on the front we can weld a piece, and if we want later we can make all this flat if we want. So let's see how this piece fits. Pretty good. Okay, so I got that piece welded on. So I think I'm gonna have to get some more of this sheet metal, but what I'm gonna do is just fill it in like that. And then we can set fire brick or whatever on top of that. I think that's low enough. And all the heat will be hitting this pan and then going underneath. Okay, so let me show you the plans for this evaporator this year. I bought this pan earlier this winter not realizing I was going to build an evaporator. So this pan is not wide enough to cover both sides. So what I'm going to do this year is I'm just going to put sheet metal on the sides, and I gotta get some more, and we'll try to keep the smoke in here that way. I know some's gonna leak, but it's gonna work for this year. Let me take this pan off. So as you can see underneath, we're gonna have fire brick, and what that's gonna do is gonna keep the heat on the bottom of the pan. And then inside of here we're going to put regular brick, and we're going to build a grate and keep the heat from going out the sides and out the bottom. So I don't want to make this video too long, So I'm going to leave it right there because I got a lot of welding to do and I need to go get some more supplies. So hopefully next week we'll have some sap to boil down. This thing will be done, be painted up, ready to go. So I hope you like this video. This has sure been a fun project so far. And if you want to see how it turns out, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be able to see how this thing works. So until next time, thanks for watching.